A skeletal system adaptation to exercise is bone density and calcium. Higher intensity activities like resistance training leads to a higher bone density. The reason for this is because weight training has the effect of increasing the strength in our bones, as the exercise stimulates the bone growth remodeling stages, shown in the figure on the right. This process starts with osteoclasts destroying the older areas of bone, and this tissue is then reabsorbed by the body. As these osteoclasts have been stimulated by the resistance training, it will then cause the osteoblasts to be stimulated too, and start to lay down new areas of collagen and minerals in the place that was destroyed by the osteoclasts. This is known as bone remodeling. These osteoblasts then turn into osteocytes, and which are bone cells, and new bones has begun to be formed, increasing the density of the performer's bones. From this, minerals are uptaken, mainly calcium, which helps to strengthen bones, and thus increase the bone density further, as the bones increase in strength and harden. This has an impact on sporting performance because it reduces the likelihood of injury. For example, in sports such as gymnastics, there is a lot of weight placed on the bones when landing from explosive jumps. This increases the likelihood that an injury could occur from all the stress placed on the bones. However, if the performer trains anaerobically, this will have the effect of increasing the strength of the bones by starting the bone remodeling stages. A new bone will get laid down, increasing the strength of the bone. This is beneficial for the performer as it will reduce their chance of injury from the impact of landing. Another adaptation of the skeletal system to exercise, anaerobic exercise, is an increased range of motion or flexibility. This is beneficial for sporting athletes such as a gymnast because it means they'll have a better level of flexibility and also be stronger. So for exercises like the pole vault, they will be stronger by the neuromuscular adaptations, and then from an increased range of motion from the skeletal adaptation, it will then be easier for them to stretch their arms and catch the pole, for example. Exercise can also have a positive effect on joints by increasing the collagen content. This means that the cartilage, tendons, and ligaments will all have a positive effect, as the cartilage at the end of bones will increase in thickness from the collagen, meaning that these areas are less likely to be damaged and lead to injury. In tendons, it will mean that they are stronger and less likely to be injured as well. The ligaments will be affected due to the increase in collagen content, which makes them stronger, allowing them to withstand more stretching force. This can be very beneficial for athletes such as a shot put performer. They have a lot of stress on the joints, especially shoulder joints, and the anaerobic training over a long period of time of about 3 months will mean that there will be an increase in collagen content, reducing the likelihood of injury by making the cartilage in the joints thicken, meaning that they can absorb more impact. Also, the benefit of anaerobic training on weightlifting performers will mean that they are able to withstand more weight in certain movements, like a squat, as their joints are stronger and the ligaments are able to deal with a greater stretch, meaning that the likelihood of spraining an ankle under the weight or damaging a joint is reduced. There is also an adaptation to the synovial fluid in joints, because when a performer starts to exercise, the synovial fluid will be secreted faster. This leads to lubrication of the joint, reducing the chance of friction of the cartilage. There can be an effect of overtraining on the skeletal system, and this can be damaging. Firstly, if a performer suddenly goes from doing no exercise to then doing too much exercise, such as working out every day and not incorporating rest days into their training program, it can damage the skeletal system. The joints can be affected as there is a repetitive movement such as a bicep curl on the elbow joint. If there is not a chance for the arm and elbow joint to recover, then this can negatively affect the health of the joint, and conditions such as tendinitis or joint pain can occur. This can happen regularly in runners who overtrain and under-recover. It is essential that the performer allows a recovery after exercise for the body to return to a pre-exercise state. If not, tendinitis may occur, whereby the tendon becomes inflamed and the micro tears surrounding the muscle attached to the bone are inflamed, causing an uncomfortable pain, which could cause performers to not play anymore. This is not helpful for footballers, as if they are overtraining and then they develop tendinitis, it may mean that they miss a match and they become unmotivated and start to perform worse when they return from injury. For athletes who are runners, overtraining should be avoided at all costs, and they should allow full recovery. If not, they may develop pain in their joints, especially in their knees, which may prevent them from training for a while. Also, if a runner overtrains, they may have extremely sore muscles as a result of DOMS, and they may not be able to train if they don't allow rest days. Therefore, it is essential for runners and all athletes to prevent overtraining and also incorporate rest and recovery before, and make sure that they fully recover before each session.